have to beware of the trigger finger, the itchy trigger finger?
Well, look, let's just start off with saying that the Department of Justice, I believe in both of these cases, in Baton Rouge, the prosecutor there, the local prosecutor, has agreed to hand it over to the federal authorities to investigate it. I believe the same thing is going to happen in Minnesota. So you're going to have the FBI looking into this. And one of the things they're going to look at, touching on what you just said, is what are the proper procedures? What are the I don't know, people are running there.
Yeah, they're running.
What is a police officer supposed to do? What does the patrol guide say? But I want to touch on for a second.
This is Dallas, Texas we're watching here.
What the President of the United States said. The President of the United States said that black people are more vulnerable to these shootings by police officers. The next question I want to ask the President of the United States, as the first president, the first black president, is why? Can we figure out why? Why is it? Is it just because of the color of someone's skin, or is it based on other things besides that? And I would hope post-presidency that President Obama will focus on the black community and relieving them of this horrible situation that they've seemed to find themselves.
Well, what of that, Eric? Because you started off with statistics on, the risks to black men when it comes to their encounters with police, and you heard Arthur's retort, which is, well, there could be a non-racist explanation for that.
But there is a lot of this is systematic, Megan. It goes back to education and the school system and job opportunities. Because when you have a lack of opportunities, then people turn to do something else. But this is a systematic issue with our criminal justice system, with our educational system, and it is a major failure for so many African Americans and people who are poor as well.
We're trying to watch what's happening. We're just FYI, we're trying to watch what's happening in Dallas, Texas. We've seen protests in many locations. Did we lose the feed there? We're keeping our eyes on it for you. In Times Square, you can see it's calm, but very, very crowded. This looks like New Year's Eve in Times Square, where we get over 1 million people. And this news just broke today. I mean, these folks got out, and they got out fairly quickly to make their voices heard. Go ahead. You were saying, Arthur.
I was saying I agree with everything Eric just said. I do think it's systematic, et cetera, and it needs to be dealt with, and that's what I hope the President of the United States will deal with post-presidency. But talking about the police officers and why those police officers are reacting or overreacting or reacting in a ridiculous manner, looking at it in hindsight, is that because people of color, for whatever reasons, are the ones who have the higher percentage of violence in their background. I think that's statistically a fact. At least it is in New York.
All right, look, we're looking back in Dallas, Texas. This is disturbing. I'm not sure what we're seeing, but it looks from this vantage point like an officer down. We're not sure. We are not sure. This is my speculation as I look at the screen. Stand by on that. I don't know what I'm seeing. And this is the control room trying to tell me they have a better vantage point. So I'm sorry for the speculation. The police are working on.
Oh my God.
We're all seeing this together. This is not clear. It is not clear. It's not clear to me from what we're seeing, but the situation is escalating. That officer is not moving. Look, we're not going to show dead cops or dead bodies or hurt cops or hurt bodies or hurt protesters. We don't know what we're seeing. So we're going to look at New York while we try to figure this out. This is the state of America today. Eric, this issue has reached